The four biggest blocks to manifestation. The four biggest blocks to manifestation. When you are trying to create something with the power of your mind using the law of attraction, law of assumption, whether you're trying to align your vibration with what you want or align your state of consciousness with the feeling of having what you want, then you're going to want to avoid these blocks. And they are fear, worry, doubt, and impatience. Now, these are going to come up naturally if you are manifesting something that you've wanted for a long time. Maybe you feel a bit desperate for it. There's like a time constraint, a bill that needs to be paid, anything of that sort, or you feel like maybe you're running out of time to find the love of your life or to get everything together to be the success that you've always wanted to be, especially if it's something that you're attached to, something that you've wanted for a long time, something maybe you struggle with believing that you can actually have and deserve. And these are all going to be coming mostly from past programming, programming from maybe parents, friends, society, the forces in the world that are just reflective of your beliefs, okay? Remember, your entire reality is just a reflection of you. Your entire 3D experience is just a reflection of your inner states of consciousness. Okay, so your world is made up of all that you believe to be true about yourself, about everything. Okay, so that's your self concept. Everything you believe to be true about anything and everything and yourself. Okay, so when it comes to fear, worry, doubt, impatience, these four biggest blocks to creating the life you desire, creating the manifestation, the fulfillment of whatever it is that you're after, then you have to recognize that they can only come from negative or limiting beliefs about yourself or about the world. So, depending on what you want, you may feel like there's no way you can get what you want. You may feel like it's impossible or it's incredibly difficult for someone like you, depending on your background, or you think you don't have what it takes to get where you want to go or to be who you want to be. But these are all things that you have to break down. These are all things that you have to let go if you really want to transcend your current circumstances. Because as long as you continue to identify with the fear of what will happen if you don't get your manifestation, the worry of how it's going to come, the doubt of not really believing that it can happen, not believing that you're capable or powerful enough to make what you want a reality, or the impatience, thinking that you need it right this second, right now, and you can't even enjoy yourself because you need it right this second, that desperation, that neediness, right? These are all going to have to be let go. These are all parts of yourself, beliefs about your current circumstances and situation that have to be let go. Because the main problem with these things is they become so natural to us, especially with the things that we really want, that we hardly recognize them. We think that we're performing correctly in accordance with the law. We think that we have the perfect mental diet and we're only thinking from fulfillment. But then you have little moments and they slip by, these thoughts, these feelings, these beliefs that are so deep and rooted in the subconscious that they slip past your conscious mind. You don't even realize that you're going against the feeling of fulfillment, right? That you're going out of the state of having what you desire as present fact. So you must be vigilant. And one of the things that you can do is simply meditate by watching the thoughts. A lot of people think meditation means that you have to stop thinking and they say, oh, I could never do that. That's impossible. I think all the time. Well, that's normal. You're not supposed to force yourself to stop thinking. You may find yourself over time in a state of consciousness where the thoughts are flowing either very slowly or maybe your mind is completely still. But you don't make that the goal. You start with a simple goal to simply become the observer. Okay? When you do this, you disidentify with the thoughts. We're so used to automatically identifying with whatever thoughts come up, whether they're based in lack or in fulfillment, right? And oftentimes relating to what we want, they may be in a state of not having. That's the programming you have, that's the current beliefs you have. You're used to feeling like you don't have what you want or like you're not the person you desire to be. But we stop identifying, we simply observe, okay? So you sit quietly. Hopefully, you can get away from any animals or children, family members, and have some time to yourself 10, 15 minutes where you just sit silently, Sit up straight, close your eyes, or lie down comfortably, but not comfortably enough to fall asleep, and observe the thoughts that come. What's the first thought that comes up? Maybe it's something relating to your day, or it's something that you have to do, or it's a fear, a worry, a doubt, a thought of impatience regarding what you desire, thinking, I need to get this done. What am I going to do? Trying to figure out some sort of plan. Observe it. Don't automatically go down the rabbit hole thinking about it. If you do, it's okay. But as soon as you realize that's what you've done, let it go. Observe the nature. Is it positive, negative, or neutral? And then let it go. You don't need to focus on these thoughts. You don't need to identify with them. You don't need to take notes. You don't have to do that, but simply observe and you'll learn about yourself. But at the same time, you're also training yourself to become the observer in day to day life, not just in meditation. It's like practicing for living life consciously, because then you're not constantly identifying with whatever thoughts come up. You're not going to identify with the negative reaction to a circumstance that seems like you can't get what you want or seems like it's not working out for you. Instead, you'll have that inner power to release it, to simply observe and say, okay, so that's a thought showing me that my subconscious feels like I'm not in fulfillment. So I better get back on track. And it's that simple. And it's that simple. But when we let ourselves identify constantly with these four biggest blocks, thoughts of fear, thoughts of worry, thoughts of doubt, thoughts of impatience, then it becomes more and more difficult. It becomes a habit, right? Habit is deeply rooted in the subconscious. So we want to break that habit. So if you want specific tips and techniques, practices designed to help you break these habits easily, effortlessly, to help you manifest what you want consistently, then absolutely check out the Manifest Anything with Detachment course. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment and the description. So to continue on this point, become someone who has time each day to just sit and observe the thoughts, even if you can only do 5 minutes. The reason for this is because as you do it, you're going to become more chill. You're going to be more relaxed. And when you do that, relaxation is an imaginal act, right? You're always imagining something. You're always identifying with something. So when you go from identifying with these thoughts related to the biggest blocks from manifestation to identifying with relaxation, that's an imaginal act implying you have reason to relax. So instead of worrying about the bill, worrying about getting that car, worrying about getting that dream relationship or anything else, you relax, and it implies you have reason to relax. And as Neville Goddard said, the power of every imaginal act is in its implication. So what are you implying? That's another way to look at your thoughts. What are you implying with the thoughts that you're having throughout the day in the meditation? And begin to observe, right? You don't have to identify. Because in truth, when you become the observer, then you're more aligned with the I am. Your I amness, your pure consciousness, disidentified from everything, is who you really are. You have the power to identify with whatever you will choose. And oftentimes in this life, we are sort of stuck until we learn how to use these laws efficiently. We're sort of stuck identifying, saying I am, and it's lack, and it's limitation, and it's whatever the world has taught you. But by doing this, you're returning to the observer, to just I am. As Moses was told, that is the name of God forever and forever. That's you. You are the God, the creator of your experience, and you create by saying, I am this or I am that. So if you're currently stuck, you're feeling stuck, saying, I am lack, I am limitation, then simply step back, become the observer, and just say, I am, I am, I am. And realize that as you identify with your pure essence, your pure consciousness, not identifying with anything, not conditioned as anything, then you are becoming more one with your godhood, with your divine nature, which of course is fullness, is abundance of everything that is good and wonderful in this world. You don't have to try and force your good to come. You don't have to try and seek it out and piece everything together for yourself. If you want it to be hard, you can manifest that for sure. But if you want it to be easy and effortless, it certainly can be. Just return to identifying as God of your experience, unconditioned, and you'll find that your natural self is abundant. Your natural self is one, not separate from anything. Whatever it is that you desire will be coming to you because you're no longer looking for something on the outside to help you release that fear, worry, doubt, impatience. We always wait to see visible evidence before we'll give up what's holding us back. But you have to reverse the process. If you can give up what's holding you back, you will get the physical evidence. That's the law of reversibility. Neville's talked about that as well. So I'm sure you found this helpful. If so, leave a like and comment. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.